Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home Red State Update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, everybody, this is Jackie Broles.
And this is Dunlap. I guess we can't stop now.
Well, no, not with the, it's crazy.
We had a lot planned to wrap up Red State Update. We had videos we were going to make. We were going to get Mr. Slaw out here. We were going to get Shimmy Sham. Look.
We're going to say goodbye to everybody and thank you kind of all the starter money, all that's done.
We were going to cut a video together of Trump's concession speech and us packing everything up. I was going to get a wire brush and brush out Jackie's beard. We're going to get that all on camera. Cut to Murfreesboro music legend Seth Timms' Give Up on Your Dream.
That song's good, yeah.
Go get that since you're never going to hear it from us.
Yeah, but you can imagine all that, what we just said. You'll be there'll be a lot of people out there wanting to imagine Trump losing. I know that.
We were going to cut it together. In my mind, it was like, I go get damn old Lincoln Chafee.
Oh, yeah.
Giving up, and I'd get damn old. I'd have that picture of Ted Cruz on the phone. for Donald Trump. Now we all thought, oh, look at him. He looks so sad. He sold out. Now he's glad he's got that. He can pull that out of his wallet before they put him on the train.
Yep.
Folks, I don't mean to spend a lot of time talking about what we were going to do when Trump lost to end Red State Update when people are scared to get gas.
Our particular plight in this is not really that
not as important.
No, not nearly as concerning a couple of old white fellas like us.
Jackie's all woke now. Folks, if you think, well, now that Red State, they're going to do some more Red State, we're going to at least do podcasts, at least go back to the way it used to be. Jackie's woke now.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be the same.
Nope.
It's gonna be a lot of strident lecturing. Look, I don't know if you've been reading the damn internet, but a lot of folks, I keep getting this from the damn internet, which is like, white folks, you need to rein your people in. It's like, if you didn't like Trump and if you think Trump is racist, you got to talk to all these people. Like, I'm not going to talk to them.
Hell no. Why the hell I won't talk to someone who's beating up on saying awful stuff to people? That's like same as talking to Trump. I don't want to talk to him.
Well, should we put up a guide so that people know if they should stop talking to their families or not?
What? A guide?
Yeah, like, should I still be talking to my family?
Anyone that don't want to talk to the family ain't talking to them. Trust me. That's already. They don't need our help with that.
Well, these people saying, did your family vote for Trump? Maybe you need to let them know they did something that could hurt me.
Yeah.
In the traditional sense of that word. And so they're like, if you go to a lot of people are saying that we have to interact. We have to say, you have to confront. White people are afraid to confront other white people about the.
I ain't afraid now.
We have spent a year and a half calling Donald Trump a fucking idiot.
Well, hey, watch your language, but yeah.
It was in the title of some of the videos we made.
I was raised in a good Southern gentleman, never speak nicely to, treat people with respect, not just women, because I don't understand that's sexist now. I can't say that. Just people in general.
No, but you still do. You have to do that.
Treat people with respect now. They always have. Now, I ain't going to say I don't know. I can't keep it out. If anybody made fun of a disabled person in front of me, I'm going to say something to them. I ain't going to sit there and if I ever heard anybody talk to a woman the way I heard him talking, but if they did it in front of me, they gonna get something upside. That's what I was taught. That's how I was taught to behave right there. And I don't know if you talking hateful to Muslim, or you talking hateful to Mexican, or talking hateful to anybody. I ain't gonna sit there and look at it.
Well, but Jackie, then what do you do for the people who voted for that?
Huh?
The people who voted for that. How are we supposed to handle that? They're saying also online is a lot of people who voted for Trump saying, "What? I'm not racist. What are they talking about? What do they mean they're scared? Scared of what?"
Hopefully, some of these people are watching the news now, because a lot of these people don't keep.
No, they ain't watching the news. The liberal media.
They don't like the news, understand. But how does this information get to them then? How did they find out people are being
They
hateful?
had that one niece before they drop them off Facebook. They're like, "Look, my friends are scared." And then she gets off Facebook, and then they're like, "Scared of what? I'm scared. Everybody's scared, and nobody's racist. I don't understand."
I ain't ever seen country as riled up like in my lifetime. Well, in the 60s and things like that, there's terrible stuff going on. Seen that, but now, just out and out hateful. I thought we'd put that behind us. I guess not.
Out in the streets protesting, a lot of people, a lot of right-wingers, a lot of Trump supporters saying, "What? Get over it. We won, you lost. We spent 8 years making videos about not getting over it. And then Trump came along, we made videos about him being a fucking idiot.
Watch it.
Racist, too.
Watch your mouth.
So we've seen both sides of it.
Yeah.
We did not get over it when Obama was elected. I will say that there was a point, there was kind of a high point where we were like, does everybody love Obama except us?
It's around the time, people stop showing him the witch doctor outfit. They quit doing that.
That was for about a month.
There was a while there. It seemed longer than that, but maybe, I guess. But there was a lot of that going on, and then because that's disrespectful. That right there. You can say I don't like Obamacare, and not,
like a month after that, that was the Breitbart logo. It was a circle, and Obama witch doctor.
Yeah. And he's what, top strategist, right? Trump top strategist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, what does that mean?
Hell, if I know.
Did Obama have a strategist?
If he did, I don't know who it was.
Or is this like a strategy specific towards getting rid of the Jews?
Well, with him, who's to say? I don't know.
Used to, we would make jokes like that would sound outrageous. That could possibly fall under satire.
Nowadays, yeah.
Sometimes trying to be funny is you say something so exaggerated.
Try to show how awful something is by making it out to be a lot more awful.
Well, that's just silly. That's never going to happen.
Well.
And people are like, I can't believe these people who called Trump Hitler. Listen, he ain't even took office yet. He may be 100 times better than Hitler. By better, I mean worse.
Well, Yankee Hitler.
People may not even remember Hitler after Trump's done. People may be like, who was Hitler? Well, he was sort of like Trump in training, like training Trump.
It's a wait-and-see situation.
It's a wait-and-see situation is what I'm saying.
Let's not predict that that's going to be the case. We sure as hell hope it ain't. But, right now, they don't know what they're doing right now. Everything I've read about it, everything everybody's told me, they go in there, and first off, Obama, he's supposed to stay and help a little bit longer than they normally do.
And you say Trump's not racist. He walks in, sees the first black president, and is basically like, oh, good, I got a butler.
Yeah.
Like he's going to look at him like, hey, Barry, can you come in here? I mean, what is this? Like, I told you got to put it on 3. You got to put it on input.
Yeah.
It's like, I need to see these missiles coming. Like, input. Like, yeah. Obama's up. He's got a little room up in the attic, like, where he's teaching. This sounds like a movie that would be shortlisted for an Oscar. Like a couple of years ago. Maybe not anymore, but a couple of years ago. Like, wasn't that movie with Eddie Murphy where he teaches a white girl to read? Did that just come out, or to sew or something?
I usually like him. He's funny when he's not dirty, but I hadn't seen that one.
This is like that, except it's like they moved into the White House and they didn't know where to turn. And then Obama, hi! And it's all about Obama teaching a white family how to
set off nuclear.
Yeah, how to use the nuclear codes.
Yeah. Oh, you know, with
Ivanka really, she come to really, like, they had a special bond. He's got a little apartment over the garage. Little bell goes off every time Trump doesn't know how to work the ice machine.
Isn't this kind of Benson? Isn't that what the show Benson was? It was, wasn't it? I mean, because he was a butler, but he was smarter than everybody else.
He was a butler. Listen to this. This is a great American success story. And when Republicans say that America's not racist, I think they're thinking of Benson. Because Benson started out as he was on soap. He was the butler. And
oh, yeah.
I think somebody like Billy Crystal would be gay, and then Benson would do a double take. And then they moved over to his own show. And he was in the governor's mansion with Rene Auberjonois.
Now he'd be the Steve Bannon in this situation because he didn't like Benson. He had the governor's ear and always had bad thoughts of you're gonna do this or I'm gonna run this show. But no, sir.
Rene Auberjonois is definitely the Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon, I've said this before, but I don't want anybody to take it from me. He is basically an in real life garbage pail kid. That's how it would look. That's how it would think, move, smell. Like the head dimensions are the same. And the weird little blemishes, like 100% human garbage pail kid. Yeah. Also, back to Benson. Yes. This basically is Benson.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he went to the governor's mansion, and by the end, wasn't he lieutenant? Does it end with him becoming governor?
I think he finally, they finally decided, maybe you shouldn't be a butler anymore after, you running the, state, wherever it was. I don't remember where Benson took place.
I can't remember. Colorado, maybe?
Maybe, I don't know.
Let me just say, what we just described, best case scenario for America.
Good God, yes.
For the beacon of freedom.
If it was Benson, good Lord, there'd be a couple of, bless his heart, I never wanted to see those dogs chasing him. I always hated that. Did Benson, the governor had dogs.
I don't think you could put that on the air now.
Well, good. You shouldn't. That was concerned for me. You be smart as a whip, but those Doberman dogs, they're mean. They don't care.
I tell you, I would like to see those dogs chase Trump.
Well, I would.
Is that treasonous to say I want to see a dog chase the president?
Not kill him, not hurt him, just chase him.
Run.
Yeah.
Because he don't run.
No.
I don't even, he lumbers.
He don't move fast. He never has, yeah.
But if that happened in real life, if some dogs got set loose on Trump, his thugs would just machine gun them all down.
He got those henchmen, yeah, everywhere it goes. Well, right now, it seems like in the White House, speaking of henchmen, everybody's trying to figure out who's going to be the number one henchman. Somebody said on CNN, it's a knife fight, is what they call it. It's so bad in there that, because now listen, here's the best. He'll let you know, this was almost a relief, but then it wasn't. Here's what, Chief of Staff is going to, Priebus, right?
Yes, the little weasel that could. Folks, we sat on here, and I believe we said that when Trump got into power, he was going to exact revenge on his enemies, which I think some of that is actually happening. But Priebus, I thought, was going to be his enemy. But I guess Priebus and Ryan,
they were doing something we didn't know about, looks like.
I think they were even more weaselly than we ever imagined.
Yeah.
Priebus, I mean, we have also said that Priebus may turn out to be the ultimate genius out of all this. But he got a little job.
It's hard to see that being the case, but I don't know. But he don't like Bannon. Bannon don't like him. Somebody else who tried to get they don't know.
The guy left today. Rogers left. Is that his name? Some people, if they were in the Trump administration and they're already gone, I'm just not going to bother to learn their names.
No reason
for two different reasons.
No reason to, yeah.
The guy Chris Christie apparently is gone because Trump's son-in-law, Chris Christie, who's under investigation, prosecuted Trump's son-in-law's father.
Yeah, well.
And they've been enemies since then. Listen, Hillary Clinton was supposed to be corrupt, right? I just talked about 8 different investigations. And he ain't even in the White House yet.
No.
I'll be driving down the road and I'll think of something else I forgot to be worried about till now. Like the day after, you're just worried about kids in high school who are darker than the other kids. Or like dance music or whatever. You're worried about anybody who ain't white, male, and stupid.
Yeah.
And then slowly, other things start popping up. Like, fuck Russia. What the?
Watch your mouth. But yeah, Russia, they buddies. Russia had a hand in this. They did, whether you like it or not. They helped this happen and go along. And from what they're saying, they don't know. Now I don't know if the liberal media's feeding this or who said, but they said when they took them in there, Obama was walking everybody around. They didn't realize that they had to rehire all the staff. I guess they thought some of those people just stayed there.
I think they think that Obama really can hang out as long as they want him to.
Yeah.
This is a man who has servants. We're all his servant now.
Yeah.
And then later I'll be like, shit, what about that fraud case? Are more people going to accuse him of raping him? Like what?
It's going to be a mess all the whole time. You thought Bill Clinton was bad. You thought Hillary Clinton was bad, which it was. This is going to be, we got 4 years of this. Lawsuits and this and yeah.
And listen.
Of course, there may be one lawsuit, and then he puts them on a train, and then they stop. That could be the case. We don't know.
That already he's not letting the press follow him around like he I don't see how that's going to last, only because just because he's in the White House doesn't mean that he doesn't want to be on TV all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe they don't have a press pool right now because he's mad at the press or he needs to show his followers he's mad at the press. But will you wait? He's going to want to be on TV again soon, and there's going to be a press.
There'll be somebody there, yeah.
I think he's going to miss fighting with them. The president's already on Twitter. He's tweeting a lot of stuff. It's not just about pardoning turkeys or like floral arrangements or getting kids to exercise. He's, grievances, who he's mad at, who's betrayed him.
Yeah.
Corrupt media. Do you know they pay a lot of these protesters? Do you know that George Soros is paying a lot of these protesters?
That's what they said. I didn't know George Soros had enough money to pay. I mean, good for him if he's got it. If their news show is on, what is it, Facebook, I just assume they ain't got much money. Now, I know he's on other TV too, but I didn't realize he was funding all this. Now, trust me, this is hard for me because normally there's nothing I would enjoy more than laughing at liberals crying and getting mad at hippies, because those are two of my favorite things. But right now, I can't even enjoy that.
I'm telling you, Jackie's going to take to the streets before it's all over.
Trump has taken that from me.
So, yeah, that's another thing. So, Trump took the return of Shimmy Sham, the liberal dummy, from YouTube.
Yep.
That's another thing to add to that. He's making Jackie a hippie.
Don't say that I'm a hippie just because I ain't getting as mad as I normally would at hippies. I still think they look silly.
Could you even enjoy Obama's discomfort at having to meet with Trump because of the fact that he was having to meet with Trump?
It was hard to look because I look at it, Trump sitting over there, and to me, Trump looks scared. And not because Obama's black or anything like that, just because he just, how the
That might
hell?
be part of it.
That could be part of it, but that's not particularly what I was trying to say. He looked scared to me because they didn't nobody saw this happening. They was expecting to lose. Hillary was expecting him to lose. Everybody pretty much expecting him to lose. So I think he's as surprised as anyone else. And judging by the way this is going so far, not that he ever knew what the hell he was doing, but you could tell. But him sitting there by Obama and clapping his hands and looking around, yeah, he nervous, didn't know what yeah. Not the best trait, I think, to have in a leader or American president myself.
Well, usually when a bully has to go to the house of the person he picked on, like his parents pulling him over there by his ear to make him apologize. Trump probably didn't know what was about to happen.
Yeah.
I think in Trump's mind, the best part about being president is you can throw your enemies in jail. He hasn't done it yet, but I think he must be thinking, I don't know that he knows that that's something you don't do.
No, that's what he said. He already said he's going to try to change the law so he can sue the press anytime they say anything bad about him. I mean, he said these things while he was running for president, and people voted him president.
Yeah, so when people say, well, I ain't racist, I just voted for Trump. I ain't racist, but you did vote for the man that people were telling you he was racist. And so, but I guess
I would never make fun of a disabled person. Never would I, to me, all this ugliness is happening. Let me explain. This may just be an old man, this may be wisdom you ain't concerned about. But to me, if an ugly person is running for president and everybody that likes him is ugly, they like him, he's a leader, we're going to act like him. That's why there's so much ugliness going on right now. And him sitting there on 60 Minutes saying, I just wish this would stop. You can't sit there and get everybody worked up, getting everybody acting ugly like you, get everybody ugly, and then all of a sudden get the job that you was trying to get. Now you in there and go, oh, now that's too much now. You just got everybody screaming and crazy over it.
Yeah, I don't understand people confused about the protests. Like, they know all the stuff Trump said. That you can't just pick out the one thing about jobs and ignore the rest of it and then expect people not to be mad. I mean, if he was talking about all this stuff and you were using it, he's going to take his country back. Look how mad he makes them. Do you think that they're going to stop being mad? It ain't just mad. It ain't like Mitt Romney won. It ain't like John McCain won. It ain't like somebody who keeps racism to themselves won. This guy was out there enjoying it. He was walking in the sunshine of it. There were rallies for it.
If you was mad at him running for president, you twice as mad because he's president.
And also you're mad at the half of the country, a little less, that voted for him.
Well, yeah.
Because you feel hurt. And you feel like nobody gives a shit about you. And I know that's what the stories say, that white people, the rural white people, the white people in the Rust Belt, that they feel that same way. I guess people are saying, why didn't anybody pay attention to the white? I saw a million stories that had like a fat guy with a goatee standing next to a rusted out car part thing. Like these used to stamp out, we'd put a hubcap on that thing, and then, but I tell you what, get rid of the Mexicans. That's what I say. Like, I saw that story a million times. Like, people were talking about them not having, like, they weren't ignored. And I don't understand the rationale. Like, well, people didn't talk about getting white people jobs like they should have, so that's why they voted for. Because once you get a job, you ain't racist. You know how people ain't racist at work. It's only when they got that time to lay around and think about it. Pulling 2 shifts, you ain't racist. You just have more money and are racist. You're just tired and a racist. Like you can buy, like your kid can buy a dress for the prom, but you're still raised. No, don't go to that store. Go to the new one by the Arby's. It's safer.
Pitiful.
But Bernie Sanders, though, a lot of people say that Bernie Sanders could have
Oh, hell.
won this election.
He couldn't have won. Hillary Clinton, even with all that mess about it, which, some of it needed to be said, she was still the safest of them two. People knew who she was, whether they liked her or not. They were, if you did like her, you knew what she was. Bernie Sanders is a crazy old man. And I know young people liked him. There's a lot of that, but I mean...
That doesn't last. People also like the guy from the Six Flags commercial. Young people thought he was hilarious when he'd come out and dance.
Dance
that
around.
old man. Listen, young people like old men for a hot minute, and then it's over.
It's over with him. And also, I'll be honest with you, I'm up there in age, and when I see somebody that a bunch of young people like, usually I go, something wrong with him. That's people my age. So he might have got all the young people. He wouldn't have got anybody. I just don't think he would have. Whatever. Trump ran the worst campaign anybody's ever run. As far as I'm sure back in the days, Civil War, I'm sure there's some terrible, terrible campaigns run this country. Forgive me for not being a scholar. But as far as me being alive, what I've seen, did everything that you were not supposed to do. First off, just being a complete idiot. Even Bush.
Gross to look at.
Not unpleasant to look at. Yeah, people call Bush an idiot, but Bush, was when he messed up, said something funny, he was still sweet about it. He
was an amiable idiot.
Yeah, nice man, good
Not
man.
a know-it-all idiot. Bush was like, well, I guess we're gonna go murder a bunch of Muslims. Sorry, I guess this is the right thing. Like he was the decider, but there was a vulnerability to George W. Bush and Trump is just like he doesn't. He's just blundering through. He's knocking stuff over. Like he has no. If you ran a shop with a lot of figurines, he would just knock them all over, and he'd be like, "You shouldn't put that there. That shouldn't be there."
Yeah, and off it goes. Yep, that'd be it. Now, look,
that's what's about to happen to this country.
Well, pretty much.
Substitute democracy for figurines.
Yep. Now, also, never have I seen anybody make fun of disabled people and become, continue to stay in the race. And never have I seen a tape come out on somebody that was saying these awful things he said about people. Every single thing that came out about him every damn week was something awful. And I guess one was, and you topped it off, you did. This is the most awful thing he's ever done, and that's become president. So you right about that. Every single thing. Well, I done forgot about that awful thing, because he did this awful thing this week, and it just kept piling up and piling up and piling up. Now he has topped it off. But now that he's president, trust me, it's just we're gonna get more and more awful. Wait and look and see.
Secretary of State Rudy Giuliani.
What the hell?
He might be Secretary of State. Have you heard that? He was going to be Attorney General, and now he may be Secretary of State.
I heard, but
maybe
still.
Secretary of State.
Still, what the hell?
Because that's who we need. We need someone who's not excitable, who doesn't have scary eyes, not ego-driven.
Yeah.
Just a monster. He looks like Dracula's uncle. Just a monster. America's mayor.
One time years ago, yeah.
So there'd be, I don't know why black people should be afraid of Rudy Giuliani. At least, so he's not going to, I think he did say that. He's not going to be Attorney General. So
Hillary Clinton, I guess, can breathe easy for a minute.
He can. So he said that they still might lock her up, right? That's what Giuliani said.
Yeah, well, he wants to lock her up, yeah.
That he wants to. Anybody who.
Now, listen, I want her to get a ticket. I don't know about, like, what good she lost and I can't even enjoy Hillary Clinton losing. I can't. This world don't make any sense anymore, and he ain't even took the oath yet.
He said he didn't know if he thought gay marriage was settled law, but abortion's still up in the air.
But he said because it's both the Supreme Court, though, you can't have it. I don't know why anyone expects anything to come out of his mouth make any damn sense, because it ain't going to.
Could he appoint himself to the Supreme Court? Like people say, how he's just going to quit. He's just going to walk away, probably.
President Judge, something like that.
Could he just make himself President Judge, and then he'll be like, I'm going to be President Judge for a while, and let Mike Pence run this show over here?
Just think how that relationship, supposedly they said they had to confer today. Things are in such chaos as far as this transition going that he and Mike Pence had to buckle down and confer. And we've seen them in their rapport. You've seen them on TV, how they react.
Oh, yeah, it's like
one
damn
another.
Butch and Sundance.
That's going to, yeah, they just, that's going to click, and they're going to work it out. You talk about two men going to sit down and roll up their sleeves, and yeah.
The chemistry in that room.
It's going to be Trump saying stuff, and we need to do this, God knows what that is, and then Pence doing that little laugh of his, shaking his head. That confused, embarrassed laughter. 4 years of this. If we make it, if a country lasts that long, hell if I know.
He wants to get his kids security clearances. Listen, if I was president, I don't care who my kids were, one of the things I would enjoy is keeping people out. So I would not be giving my family security clearances. I would be using that as an excuse to say, sorry, guys, Daddy got to go work. He's president now. See, y'all, you know what? There's a crisis, so it may be a couple weeks.
He don't know what to do. He got to go to them to ask them, what does this mean? Where's this? How come they're mad? Explain to me. The CIA said, he going to be asking
when you
those
say
three.
Who's mad, are you talking about like another country or like somebody on The View?
Either he won't be able to differentiate that. If you can shoot a missile to China, you can shoot a missile to The View. That will be an argument that he will have at some point with his poor daughter. Now, she seems like a decent human being. Them boys, I don't know about them.
Oh, man, all the models they're going to bang in that White House.
All right, I don't want them.
I can't even enjoy thinking about that.
I said a lot of terrible things, and I don't care for the president. I will give Obama, at least he's a decent father and husband, that sort of thing. We hadn't had that in a while. With Dad W was, God bless him, but we know how Bill was. We know what that was. This going to be worse than Bill. I'm telling you right now.
It's going to be like a Jay McInerney novel up in there.
What is it?
Can he give clearance to like 3 of his kids, but not Tiffany?
Yeah, that's what he asked for. Because it said in the thing, it said some of his children. He ain't giving Tiffany nothing. He said, I ain't telling her. Don't tell her nothing about North Korea. Trust me. Tiffany, you going to have to leave a room now. She won't even be at the White House that much. Well, he said that one time. He said his children, he was proud of all of his children, even her in a way.
What? Are you supposed to be? We can't even focus. We're so worried. This is okay. I know Obama's trying to he's got to preserve the presidency, right? He's got the country, the office of the presidency, his legacy to think about. Trying to keep things calm. The rest of the world. A lot of people are just worried about the fucking Klan.
Hey.
Now, I apologize because I thought for years and years that the Klan was just fucking stupid.
I just watch him out, but all I thought that they were was they come on. They used to come on Geraldo when they get in a fight and throw stuff. That was all that they was good for.
Impotent ignoramuses, driving trucks up on blocks. I thought things were long settled. Black people were trying to tell us. We did not listen.
Evidently not. Or you listened and didn't give a damn. That's a lot of people who voted for him, I think, right there. They listened and didn't give a damn, you know.
Well, I mean, I think
a lot of people voted because they're tired of listening to a black person. Let's be honest right now. That's a lot of, you know, they didn't like Obama for 8 years, and I didn't either, but it didn't have nothing to do with that.
I think some people are going to think he's going to do something about rap. I think that if you open up the doors on these things, people who say that they're not racist say, well, he didn't say this or he didn't say that. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's not that racist. I think if you say a few racist things, the people who like you, let their imaginations run wild. If you say enough stuff like...
If you hint enough, you know...
Law and order, stop and frisk, I think people start thinking like, well, Beyonce's gone. She's in Guantanamo. I don't know if they got cars she can dance on top of down there. True, he may not have said he was going to throw Beyonce in Guantanamo, but is that really that much of a leap? I'll tell you what, if he come out and said, I'm throwing Beyonce in Guantanamo, I'd be less surprised than when I hear him say something like, nah, gay marriage is settled. And every time Mike Pence comes in there, you know Mike Pence is looking at him like a dog at the damn dinner table waiting for him to drop a roll. Like, you know what? Gay marriage, go for it. And Pence runs out. Piss on a coffee table.
Hey.
Whatever he does. Folks, this is what this is going to be like for the next 4 years. It's pretty much just us being angry, and then we'll get back to sponsors. And there's a lot happening in Murfreesboro we got to talk about.
Well,
I don't think we're going to get to it on this one.
On this one here, we still don't know really what the hell we're doing.
No, we don't know.
We don't know. We thought we was done, but I guess we ain't. And I still, that little thing that they made this little video from the very first thing we ever did to now. There was this little
15-minute long video, a clip show.
Yeah. No one ever see that now.
Don't feel so good about putting that. Hey, look at this.
No.
Look at these idiots.
Some people may need a distraction, but right now I think we need to focus on what the hell is going on in this country.
Maybe we just wait till he starts actually splitting up the families and putting them on the buses. You gonna register as a Muslim, Jackie? A lot of people saying if he registers Muslims.
Now, I didn't understand that at first. First off, I thought that I'd go to hell for that because I got to thinking about it because I'm Christian, born again. I've always been, and I thought if Jesus sees that, he's not gonna be happy. But then when someone explained to me what it was, my friends who run a cigarette store, Muslim, and bless their hearts, I hope I hope we'll get through. I need to go check on, but if you're white, you're supposed to go sign up and say I'm a Muslim.
I think to throw them off the scent.
Right. Okay, so they don't, if they're going to try to round people up or something.
I don't know how you do it. I think what you have to do is all the churches in your town, you have to send them a letter and they run it in the bulletin.
Well, whatever it is, I think if Jesus saw that I was not becoming a Muslim, but registering as a Muslim to do, to help my fellow American or something like that, maybe,
But Jesus might forgive you, but I don't know that damn old Newt Gingrich will when he starts up that House Un-Americans Committee. House Un-American Activities Committee. That was HUAC. He'll call you up in front of it. He'll say, have you ever not registered falsely as a Muslim?
Falsely?
Or really?
Or, either way, he don't care as long as you,
False or real Muslims, they're all going. We are in trouble. I have like 800 things I want to say, and they all at once, and then it starts slipping away.
Now, we're going to hope for the best. It ain't looking good right now. It didn't look good on Tuesday night. We're going to hope for the best. I certainly don't want any of this stuff that we're talking about to actually happen, but God only knows.
Can I tell you something I feel shitty about? When I used to hang down around my grandparents on Channel 31 in Huntsville, Alabama, there was a damn old Jefferson's commercial. They showed the Jeffersons in the afternoons in syndicated Jeffersons. And they had this commercial they'd cut out of it. I guess what happened, I don't know. I'd enjoy asking somebody. I don't know if enjoy is the right word. Somebody was like, how am I going to sell this show? Maybe they worried about it too much. Jefferson's was a popular show all over America. But somebody's like, how am I going to sell a strip of Jefferson's in the afternoons in Huntsville, Alabama to our white audience? So they said, well, maybe I'll cut out this damn hunk of the show where Mama Jefferson, George's mother, tells this story about, I can't remember exactly. I think somebody comes running. They had the laundry hung out, and they get a sheet on them, and somebody else sees them and is like, the Klan's coming. That's what she said in the clip. That was a commercial that run for years on Channel 31 in Huntsville, Alabama. And I thought it was funny. The audience laughed uproariously. And I think that was supposed, and I thought, look, here's a commercial about a show starring black people with the audience laughing, and they're talking about the Klan, and I thought this was something that was bringing us together. But now I look back on that, and that was just a thing for white people to laugh about the Klan. I think they cut out like any context, any character stuff, anything that builds up the Jeffersons as that. You can't tell that he moved to a deluxe apartment from that clip. All you see is a poor old black woman talking about the Klan and people laughing at her. I think they were selling that to the damn racists. And at the time, I thought, oh, this is making America great again. But it wasn't, I don't think. Maybe it lured people, maybe it lured racists in, and they started watching George Jefferson, and they're like, he's funny. I'm going to turn my life around. But I think it was just something to play to our worst impulses. And I wish I was better at identifying those. Maybe we need to work on them skills. That's all I got on the Jeffersons.
I like Jeff always. We got to meet him, remember, years ago.
We did. I'm glad I didn't tell him this story.
Yeah.
He was into prog rock.
He wouldn't want to hear that. That's the worst thing you tell him, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell him this. I don't even know if that was illegal. Can you just cut your own damn commercial out of a syndicated show and run it for 7 years?
I don't know nothing about TV.
The Klan, I saw it a million times. The Klan's here. The Klan is here. And the audience laughing. I was like, oh, look, we've come a long way.
Wheezy, George Wheezy.
I was hoping I could tie that up in a bow, but didn't really get there.
It's nice to talk about old TV shows. I enjoy,
Benson, the Jeffersons.
Yeah. I'm sure another one will come up. It had some sort of something to do with what we're talking about.
Saw an article today saying we shouldn't talk about the election in terms of pop culture, saying that's we should address it as adults, talking about something horrible instead of comparing it to damn Lord of the Rings or whatever.
Lord of the Rings?
I think that we have a better chance of stopping being racist than we do of stopping comparing things to damn Lord of the Rings.
What's that? That's old fairy tale. What is it? Dragon.
That's walking barefoot.
I can't stand that. That come on TV. You think it might be something good for a second, and you watch it a little bit, and you see those feet. And stupid, silly.
Should we get rid of the Electoral College, Jackie? Do you think we should get rid of the Electoral College?
I don't know about that. That's, now the electoral, it's a two-way street with that, because in one way it got George W. elected, and he served for 2 terms, but now it got, not Bush, Trump. I don't even like saying his name. Trump elected. So I'm about 50-50 on that.
What's everybody scared of? So are you going to start confronting? Now, here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, there's not a lot of people who, a lot of Trump supporters, Jackie. So,
yeah.
So if we're supposed to stand up for our brethren who are scared, how can we best confront?
I see everybody you show me on the computer. Everybody's on the Facebooks and all that.
We have to make a difference. We have to let them know we stand in solidarity. How do we talk to our white family
Well, everybody's
members?
doing it on a computer constantly, and I'm about to say that's about how anybody deals with anybody anymore.
So you're saying because it's all on the computer, we don't have to do it in real life?
No, I didn't say that. I just said people people deal with people constantly on a computer now. They don't deal with people face to face anymore. Very rarely.
That's true. And Trump kind of got elected because of the computer.
Yeah.
Why don't we just make him president of the computer? And then we can have like a regular president in the real world.
That'd still be awful. I don't even get on a computer.
Well, everybody, we just leave it. We just leave it to like the alt-right, to the frog people. We just let them have it.
Frog.
And they just dox each other.
He'd be president of TV.
I think we should scan him. This is like a Black Mirror. They scan him, feed him into the damn. I've never seen Black Mirrors. I don't know if it is or not. Just feed him into the damn camera. It just like little bits and particles go into the camera, and then he trumps in the computer like Max Headroom. He should be a Max Headroom president.
That's old. I didn't like it shaky head.
See?
I didn't like shaky
Another
head.
TV show. Another TV show.
I never did like it. That man, that's what computer man shake his head.
Yep.
Don't make a lick of sense. Nope.
Yeah, it didn't really make a lot of sense. Are we living in the Max Headroom TV show future?
Huh?
Is Jeffrey Tambor here?
What?
He is, but he's on damn Transparent. Winning them Emmys. Women them Emmys. Folks, it's 2016, and Donald Trump is your new president. Sorry we didn't do more on this. We were going to do more last week, but we
Well, we were supposed to be done. He'd ruined it.
we thought we were done, and then everything.
He ain't even take the oath yet, and good God, it's already just messed up every single thing we had planned out. It's affected us again. Now, our concerns is two, elderly white men, not as grave as our fellow Americans, or young, either or.
A young hot one.
What? No, not. You know what I mean. You're old now. You can't be that anymore. I'm older, but you still old.
I'm maybe what you call a silver fox, but who is still young.
Whatever that is, I don't know. Well, like I said, we have fellow Americans that aren't white and probably dealing with a lot worse. I
tried to put that safety pin on Jackie, but he was afraid I was going to stick him with it.
I ain't going to put the safety. What is he going to stick in me? You going to me? I always used to put like a sign on you or something. Put a safety pin on, hang like a piece of paper that says something on it.
Or we could put "I'm a friend to people who ain't white." You could just put a sign on there that says "Everybody ain't white," just as a reminder to people.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
What's everybody scared of?
I like anybody who ain't ugly. I like, acting ugly. I ain't talking about the way nobody looks, talking about acting ugly. What's going on in there? They hearing about this happening here and there all over the place. That's right there. That's got to stop. I hope that's something's got to be done about that. Because that ain't thought we'd put that behind us. I didn't think we was going to go back to that.
A lot of people say, well, he's our president now. We got to give him a chance.
Well, he is a president. And like I said, we can hope for the best, but I ain't seen nothing yet to make me think, hey, it's nice of him to say that for gay people, I reckon. That's, that.
That won't last.
No.
The thing, nobody knows what he's going to do.
He don't know what he's going to do.
We have a year and a half of him saying things, and most of it is crazy and contradictory, except for build a wall. Like the really inflammatory stuff he doubles down on, because that's what gets him votes.
But he already said that already. It ain't, there'll be a fence in some parts.
Yeah. But then they go back on it and like, no, I think he's really going to. Like, even now, we're not going to know what he's going to do until he does it. But it's always going to be shrouded in racial animosity. And then the people who like him will blame the other side for the racial animosity. Because that's kind of the story of what white people do, is blame people who ain't white for the racial animosity. 4 years of this, folks. We're going to do this for 4 years. So, sorry.
We don't know for sure. People saying, oh, he'll get impeached. He'll get in something like this. I'm saying he may quit. He may say, to hell with this. I ain't doing this. I'm going to go. He already said he ain't going to stay in Washington. He's going to live up in the.
Who owns the White House? Can he tear that down?
I don't know how that works. He could just move the penthouse out.
Is it in his name? Like, is he subletting it? I mean, I'm afraid of what he's going to do could he just, like, develop the national parks? Like, if he's going to live in his penthouse instead of the White House, what's he need the White House for? Tear it down.
That's a waste of space. That's what he think, yeah. But he may very well just walk away. Of course, then he got Pence. I guess that scenario ain't too good for a lot of people either. And they said it right there. When they went there to meet Obama, everybody said, you got to do that too? He had no idea. First off, had no idea he was going to win. And now he don't have no idea how to be president. He don't.
I heard he tried to buy Obama's dog.
Huh?
He's like, does the dog come with the place? And he's like, no, we're going to take that. We're going to take them dogs. And he started peeling $100 bills off. Like, I don't know. I'd kind of like to have those dogs stick around. A little continuity. 500, 600.
Well, the water dogs, something like that, what are they called?
I think so.
Some water. They swim. Swimming dogs. Yeah.
Swim. Bionic swimming dogs.
Bionic swimming dogs.
Every pet any president has had in the 20th century was part of some test.
Oh, that's right. I read that somewhere. That gets passed down. They get to, yeah.
You get that if the president has children, they get to go to the National Laboratory, I think is what they call it. The National Laboratory, and they get to pick out an experiment.
And prototypes. If it goes well there, then, it'll be on the marketplace.
Because if something happens, if something explodes, they can blame it on terrorists. But if you go down to Petco, pay $150 for a damn Portuguese water dog, and it swims right for a speedboat and takes everybody on it out, how are you going to explain that? I wouldn't worry about it. What this country needs is strength. It needs to grow a pair. I think we finally got that figured out. With President Trump in the White House, you stupid motherfuckers.
Hey.
Seems like
Watch your
we
mouth.
got the next 4 years sewed up. Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag. Or what is it?
Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile.
Yeah, don't do that.
Huh?
Don't.
What do you mean don't? You asked me what it was.
Don't tell people to put a happy face on it. People have to process. I've read this online a lot. People have to process emotions in their own way, so don't police them.
I'm not telling anybody what to do. I want everybody quit acting ugly. People acting ugly. That needs to stop. And if you bless your heart, I hope if you're an American and your color ain't white and the white people bond you, bless your heart. Just try to take care of yourself, and I do not approve.
No, you can't. Well, y'all on your own.
No,
you
I
have to
do
take
not.
a stand. Stand with them, Jackie.
Take
a strong stand.
I ought to pray to Jesus about signing up as a Muslim. What more? I'm an old man.
That's a good start.
Well, let me do. I didn't mean just on your own. I'm just to take care. If I ain't there to look after you, hopefully somebody else is. Used to be laws took care of things like that. I don't know. Some of them about to change.
Oh, Dr. Ben Carson is not going to be in the administration.
Now, that's the one bright light I was looking forward to. What did he do? I know Christie put son-in-law in jail. What the hell did...
I think he said he worked better on the outside of government than on the inside.
Well, as a doctor, yeah. You don't know. People in the White House may need a brain surgeon on hand. God knows all of them in there right now squabbling do.
Who's the guy in Arkham Asylum that gives all the bad guys like pills and lobotomies?
What is it?
The Scarecrow. I think Dr. Ben Carson may be a little bit like the Scarecrow for Trump. A national scarecrow. That may be racist. There's probably some racist connotations a la the Jeffersons I'm not thinking of right now, and I apologize for that. Hopefully it's not.
Yeah.
But it probably is.
We're trying to learn here. We're going to try to figure it out in the right way, you know.
So everything's terrible unless you voted for Trump, and then everything will soon be terrible. Everything's just terrible for everybody that ain't you.
All this, I had to go through the 60s once, and it was awful. It's just awful.
It's coming back, Jackie.
I don't want it back. I don't want all these protests.
It's going to be protests.
I know. God help whoever goes to go see him get sworn in. They're going to have to take that inside. That's going first time they're going to have to do that in the kitchen somewhere. Where it's soundproof in the building. Because the people are going to be, by then, for all we know, he could make half of the people that voted for him mad as hell about something. He keep talking about putting a fence up or whatever, so you got them there and the hippies. And that's not a good mix no matter how you look at it. You don't want all those people mad at you.
Were his numbers, I've heard a lot of different things, were his numbers among African Americans and Latinos, and I know for women, right, it was higher.
A lot of people were surprised. I guess, women, and far be it from me to tell what a woman to do. I tell anybody not to vote for him, actually. I don't care what color you are, what sex you are, anything. If you ask my advice, I say, hell, don't vote for that.
Ultimate Yankee.
Ultimate Yankee.
Folks, so I don't know if that's true or not. I'm sure it just
They said a lot of women. There was women I knew that didn't like him who was sad because so many women did vote for him,
I think there were some women who voted for him that were sad that they had to vote for him, but they couldn't get past something. But even if you were, I think the thing about Trump is, and this may be part of the key to his election, if we're doing a what happened podcast right now, part of the key to his election by the United States of America is that he threw so much of that bullshit around, like there was hate for everybody. So like if you were black, but you really hate Mexicans, you just had to overlook some of this law and order stopping for there's plenty that my African American, what did he say? Just a shit ton of stuff. If you were Latino, I mean, you could look at, how he talked about women. If you're a woman, you could talk about, people were like, does nobody have daughters? But we should have been thinking about all the people who have sons. And they're like, well, what if he does? Oh, man. That girl's father called me last week. Let's get Trump in so that if he does something again, we're cool. It ain't just about the daughters. People forgot about the sons.
That's the worst part of it. If I ever even thought about saying anything that's come out of his mouth as a young man, my daddy and my mama would have held me down and whooped me till I bled. And I would have deserved it.
Make America great again.
Ain't nothing great about anything come out of that man's mouth. No, sir.
So, if you were really, really mad at a fellow American, there was something in Trump's rhetoric for you. Mostly for white people.
Primarily, yeah.
But Jackie, things were bad this week.
Well, yeah.
I know we spent a year and a half begging Southerners not to vote for Trump in the primaries, in the election. We didn't know that's what this, when we come back and did Kickstarter, we didn't know it was going to be mostly anti-Trump. Turned out to be that. We thought it was going to be a lot of Hillary Clinton jokes, honestly.
Well, we got a few in there, but, you know.
A lot of Jeb Bush stuff.
Yeah, well.
We did not know. Maybe Marco Rubio. Thought we'd have to be looking at him for a long time. I guess he's still around somehow.
Yeah, he's still.
It's amazing who survived.
The worst ones.
I don't know how we did. I mean, technically we didn't.
No.
Where was I going with this? Oh, Jackie, but something good happened. You didn't see about it?
What is it, huh? What good happened? What?
Jackie Chan's honorary Oscar.
Oh, that's right, old Jackie Chan. Now let's end this up with something good. Let's have one positive note here, and you know, they finally give him. I don't care anything about what Hollywood gives out awards or something. I gave John Wayne one years and years ago. Gave him one. That man made 568 something movies, and I give him one of those. And Jackie Chan ain't made quite as many as John Wayne, but come close to it. And I give him one. I'm glad to give him one. So yeah, I hope there's movies with him kicking people in the face till my dying days. If there's anything I can look forward to over the next 4 years, please, Mr. Jackie Chan, don't let that fancy award go to your head. Try to do Shakespeare and all that. Now I won't see you kicking people in the face on a movie screen, preferably Trump supporters, if at all possible.
We need your voice now more than ever, Jackie Chan.
I don't want his voice. I want his foot. That's what I want from Jackie Chan. I want his foot in some bad guys' faces, you know, and knocking them out. That's what I like from Jackie Chan. His voice is fine. He can talk a little bit. He can say, I'm going to kick you with my foot, and then he uses his foot. That's fine. Or kick you with your foot, and then I just kick you with my foot. Of course, he wasted his breath there, because if he kick you in the face with his foot, you'll be seeing stars for a while. You won't know the first thing what anybody's saying to you then. But bless his heart, old Jackie Chan, I love Jackie Chan. Did you ever see, now, I don't know, people talk about Jackie Chan making me want to look at movies. There was this movie he did. His spy lived next door. Now, let me tell you, Jackie Chan lived next door to you. First off, now that's funny right there. Just Jackie Chan next door, like there's a Jackie Chan. And on top of that, he's a spy and you don't know it. Now there's whoever thinks up movies. Every now and then somebody thinks up a good one and puts Jackie Chan in it, and that's one of them right there. So that and all the other movies he did, we love you, Jackie Chan. I sure do anyway. And I want you to keep kicking people in the face. I still won't be able to go see a movie in this country and be able to enjoy myself and see an Asian man, a Chinese man kick another man, no matter what color, creed. You know, I would say sex, but I don't want to say kick a woman in the face. But, you know, whoever. That's what the America that I want to live in right there.
say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will
4 damn years of this shit.
I like how we went out on Jackie Chan on a hopeful note.
I want to be hopeful. As Jackie Chan, if that's what it takes to give me hope, and that's what I want.
But we can't let things get normalized.
He wasn't born in this country, so he can't be run for nothing, right? You can't have a Chinese man run for something in this country legally.
I don't think legally, but we could probably.
Hell, Trump may change that. I mean, that's, if there's one thing that Trump does is crazy, and that's what it is.
Yeah, Trump will change that because damn Mrs. Trump, he wants her in there next.
Well, yeah, she from where I can't keep up with where she's from.
He won't want her. He'll get Ivanka in there.
Well, whoever it is, I don't know. But if you could have, Jackie Chan, if you can have Trump president, then why the hell can't we have Jackie Chan president? Somebody tell me that.